Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, EmmightySofia, aka EmmightySofia, here to break down for you guys not another episode of television or fictional world, as I am wont to do, but to introduce you guys at long last to my brand new and very first PC build. This is the mean machine in question. I am so excited to finally have it in my life, and as a matter of fact, its name is Jermaine, after Jermaine Clement of Flight of the Conchords. So my laptop that I have previously had is named Brett, if that tells you anything. So anyways, without further ado, we are going to fire this puppy up. I'm going to walk you through all of my system specs, and there should be in the description of this video a PC parts picker list that contains all of the stuff that I've put into my computer. But yeah, I should be making that very soon. And if you don't want to check that out, then I'll walk you through all of that in this video. So let's get into this. Alright, so as you can tell, we do in fact have this bad boy up and running. You can probably hear a slight fan sound in this video, which, trust me, it translates into a very refreshing experience sitting next to this. To be fair, I'm not running any programs or doing anything yet, but it feels very good. I'm quite a fan. So I will run through all of the major specs and components for you guys. Then we will take an up-close look at matters to close off the video. And I also want to say a huge, tremendous thank you and shout out to Alex, Matt, and Anthony, without whom this would not come to fruition. I relied very heavily on their technical and technological expertise and mechanical skills, so it took a village, and I am so proud of how it turned out and can't wait to get, hopefully, incredible performance from it. So let's begin with the case. We have an NZXT H440 mid-tower, glossy white, as you can see. It's kind of reminiscent of Baymax and Stormtroopers and other white glossy things from sci-fi and fictional lore, so I enjoy that aesthetic so far. It's equipped for liquid cooling, which is not a route that I took this time around, but it's at least ready for that. It comes with 4 different case fans. There are 3 120 millimeter fans in the front, and I believe 1 140 millimeter fan in the back. It's got a pretty nice ventilation and cable management system overall, especially considering the mid-range size. There are several steel hard drive trays. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 there for you. It's got 2 USB 2.0 slots, 2 USB 3.0 slots, audio microphone ports, anything you could ask for, all the good basics. And then as far as the display goes, I haven't actually cracked into the box for that yet. I tested everything with one of my brother's displays, but it's an Asus brand, 24-inch screen, hopefully is going to show me everything that I need to see. So that's what I've got there. And then we also have the motherboard here, which you can see right there. It's an Asus brand Z170A model, Intel Z170 chipset, supports i7 core CPU, which is what I am working with there. I have to say that everything related to the motherboard was pretty terrifying in the build process, but I would love to hear what was the most challenging part of building your PC, if that is something you have done, assuming you're watching this video because you're interested in that kind of thing. But yeah, I'd love to hear your stories in that regard. As far as the power supply goes, which is down yonder, we've got an EVGA brand Supernova series fully modular SLI ready power supply, 850 watts maximum power. Pretty okay to work with. Trying to plug everything into it was a bit monstrous, just in terms of the angles I had to get into to actually plug stuff in, but it's all there, it's all working. I'm happy with it. As far as RAM goes, you can see the 2 modules that we have here. I believe it's on that side. Corsair brand Vengeance LPX series, 16 gigabyte capacity, equipped for gaming and high performance stuff. you know, hoping I'm gonna get good performance out of that. As far as the graphics card goes, I know that the big question of the hour is 1060 or 1070, and I did in fact go with the more economical option, that being a 6GB 1060. It is Asus brand, NVIDIA manufactured. The model is, I believe, dual GTX 1060-06G, if you want to look that up. And yeah, it's sitting right down there, perpendicular to the motherboard. As far as the solid state drive goes, I've got that right down there. Hopefully you can see that in the frame. It is a Samsung brand 850 EVO or EVO series. 500GB capacity, I believe it is. So, working with that. The hard disk drive is down here in this tray there. It's a WD brand Blue Series 1TB hard drive. Now the CPU, of course, is hiding down here beneath the sink and next to the fan there. It is, in fact, the Intel Core i7 quad-core 4 GHz CPU. The cooler that you can see here is a Cooler Master Hyper 212 LED series. And yeah, comes with the heatsink and the 120mm fan. And then, not pictured here because I'm not really using it in any functional way yet, is a super nice Corsair Gaming K70 Lux mechanical keyboard with blue LED backlighting. So I'm very excited to touch it a lot and to type words with it. And yeah, it's gonna be incredible, I think, especially considering the minimal tech that I am moving on from. So those are the basics there. So here is a slightly more up close and personal look at this bad boy, and if we hop over to this side, you can actually get a far better glimpse of the red LEDs that I am working with here. I think that they are extremely pleasing to the eye. So yeah, here's kind of a glimpse at the interiors here, looking at the anatomy. Yeah, and there's all of the trays back there, motherboard, fans, graphics card, SSD, hard drive over there towards the right. And now if we go around to the front, here's what you're gonna see there. And then we've got the power button on top and some of our different ports. And then switch around over to this back side here. So there you go. Yeah, and there's one of the fans. Yeah, just a slightly closer look for you. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in for this video. I would love to hear any of your questions, any thoughts, concerns, whatever's come to your mind as you're looking at this thing. So in the future, I will hopefully be using this to play games and stream and do more video editing, hopefully to produce higher production value videos for the reviews and such that I do. It's the dawn of a new era, so hope you guys enjoyed this, and as always, I will be back before you know it.